Let's go next to our caller from the 801 area code. Who's calling today from 801? Welcome.
Hey, David. Thanks for having me. I just want to ask you, to what extent should someone tolerate the religion or the religious practices of their parents? And how should you approach a conversation with your parents if you feel like there are certain lines being crossed?
Okay, so I'm having a little bit of trouble understanding exactly what you're saying. The first part was, to what extent should you respect the religious views of your parents, or tolerate, I think was the word you used?
Yep, tolerate.
Well, I would want to know what you mean. If you're asking, do you need to be the same religion as your parents or have the same views? I think the answer is clearly no. If you're talking about, should you be respectful of your parents' views in order to maintain a friendly relationship, then that's sort of up to you and what your priorities are, right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So what was the other part of the
So,
question?
yeah, so if there are certain practices that your parents engage in, whether it's prayer or whether it's like imposing certain beliefs,
Yeah.
in this case, it's speaking specifically to like Christianity, how should you approach the conversation with them that their beliefs or their practices sort of make you uncomfortable or make you uneasy?
What would be the point? What would be your goal in the conversation? Let's start there.
Yeah, I guess just to be on the same page with them. You
But
know, often I,
do you want them to stop the prayer?
and so in some settings, right? So I'll give you an example. My spouse and I had a get together with a bunch of different people from my family and from their family. And at a certain point, my parents decided they were going to pray and invite everyone to do like a group prayer. And I sort of asked them not to engage in that, but they sort of did it anyways. And it just seemed like any conversation I had with them about whether or not that prayer was going to happen wasn't productive.
Right.
And I think I might have just been approaching it the wrong way. But I wanted to get your advice as
I
to
mean, listen, here
how I should.
I've actually I know friends who have experienced that situation. I have some friends who the parents, so it's a couple, the parents of one of the people are completely non-religious. The parents of the other person in the couple are very religious and often want, when everybody gets together, they want to do 30 minutes of Bible study and stuff like that. The way that it was handled there, and I can't think of any other way to do it, quite frankly, is the child of the religious parents pulled them aside and said, "Listen, my spouse's family is not religious. We want to have a nice time. People get uncomfortable when you want to do 30 minutes of Bible study, and it would be better for everybody if we skipped that." And they did take offense, but they accepted it, and there's no more Bible study when everybody gets together. But the thing is, that's how one set of people reacted. You know, your parents may react in a different way, so I don't know that there's one right answer here.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. Okay, cool. I
Sounds like a tough
appreciate your
one, though.
time,
I
Dave.
don't envy the position that you're in.
Yeah, no, I don't imagine many people would, but I definitely appreciate your advice.
All right. Appreciate the phone call. Great to hear from you. Let's take a quick break. If you were holding, don't hang up because we are going to go right back to the phones. It's going to feel like it's mere seconds. Stay with me.